Hey, so by the end of this video, you're going to understand why your inner critic is present, what keeps it in place, and how to bring it into your whole system as an ally. So if your inner critic is critical, shames you, tries to control you, tries to get you to behave in certain ways, then this video is for you. Many people struggle with an inner critic. And that's because it's formed in our early years to keep us attached, connected, and safe. So I'm going to walk you through these 3 steps, and then by the end, you're going to have some practical tips to be able to not only work with your inner critic, but to bring it back into the whole of you so you can actually move forwards with love. Okay, so the first one is, why is the inner critic there in the first place? So when we're growing up, our primary orientation is to feel connected and safe and loved. And we had human parents. Humans are a mixed bunch of things. We're fallible. And so we tend to be able to accept some aspects of our children and not accept others. So what the child does, what we do as children, is squish parts of ourselves and amplify parts that get us connection. So the parts get squished that seem to not get us connection or not accepted. When this happens, an internal narrative develops, or a part of us that says, okay, we're with this person, squish this part and amplify that part. And that seems to get us connection and love. That is something that gets us through. But however, when we get to adulthood and we're wanting to expand, try new things, go outside our comfort zone, or simply bring forth those parts of us that were squished previously, then this mechanism, this part in us, thinks we're going to be disconnected. And if we're disconnected when we're kids, we might die. So it's actually based on survival terror. So our inner critic is there. It actually loves us. It's actually trying to help us. It's actually trying to protect us. But its orientation, it's kind of stuck in the past, really. So what we need to do is, instead of pushing it away, which many people try and do, or manage it, or pacify it, or just downright hate it, which is understandable, we actually need to connect with it. So that's the next step, is to actually understand what is making it louder, and then we'll move on to connection. So the thing that makes it louder is when we go towards expansion, change, going outside our comfort zone and wanting to try new things. That's when it really amplifies. And what we tend to do is clench up, clench our breath, clench our system, and try and get through it. And it often comes with a sensation, usually a tightening in the chest or a tightening in the solar plexus. And that means that inner critic, that inner protector, is active. What we tend to do is try and push through, which doesn't work because it's part of us. It's part of our heart. It's part of our soul. And we don't want to promote further fragmentation. We want to promote wholeness, unity, and cohesion. So if we try and push this away, it's going to get louder because that creates pressure, and that inner critic is trying to get to us, it's trying to save us, it's trying to help us. So all that does is create more tension in our body. So the path forward, what do we do? When we feel that sensation, when we're moving forwards, we're wanting to do what we want, we stop. Take a breath. Recognize that we've still got this sensation coming up. It's a contraction. You might recognize it as anxiety, but it's actually better to just feel the body. Feel the tension. Take a breath. Stop what you're doing. And just acknowledge there's a part of you trying to help you, trying to keep you safe. So, what you do is close your eyes and ask this inner critic just to come forwards in front of you so you can see them. And the first question is, how old are you really? And this inner critic, what our psyche does, our psyche is pretty brilliant actually. It'll show us usually the age that was formed. It's usually quite young. So for this example, let's say it was 4 years old. A 4-year-old will appear. And then we've got the truth of what that part is. It's a 4-year-old that's afraid. So we can make eye contact in our mind's eye. We can make eye contact with that 4-year-old. And as our present day adult self, we can communicate, we can connect, which is exactly what that 4-year-old is trying to get, connection. But they've previously been trying to get connection with parents, adults around that didn't really accept them for who they were. So what we're now going to do is give them the biggest love ever. And it's so transformative. So just take a look at them, look in their eyes, bring them closer, and just let them know you've got them. That they're safe, that whatever you're doing is okay. There's no sense of failure. It's just life. It's just expansion. And whatever happens, you've got them. That sort of internal leadership changes everything. So that part of you is going to really respond to you when you are present and loving. And you can bring that part of you, if it's okay, close to you, even back into your body. And just as you bring them close, ask, what's your deepest longing? What do you yearn for? And that 4-year-old usually just wants to play. They usually just want to rest. So bring them in. And what will happen usually is that contraction in the body, it just lets down. The nervous system actually drops into the present moment and into safety. And then you can absolutely move forwards, do the thing you want to do in your life with joy. And that 4-year-old is going to experience it as joyful. And that energy that was taken up trying to criticize, keep you safe, make you different, is going to give you actually extra energy in the body as the 4-year-old feels safe and can feel what you're doing in your life with joy. That is what actually heals your inner critic. Okay. So please do try that. And I'd love to hear how you get on with it. Drop a comment below. I do read all the comments. I will reply. Thank you so much for listening. This is a very transformative exercise. And yeah, I hope you get on well with it.